المؤمنين والمؤمنات جنات تجري.
Minister of Islamic Affairs, Dr. Mohammed Shaheen Ali Saeed, Governor of MMA, Dr. Azima Adam, senior government officials, board members and colleagues from the Bank of Maldives, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, good morning to you all, and thank you sincerely for joining us on this very special day. It's very special for BML, very special, we believe, for the country, in that it's the day when Islamic banking steps up its presence, when Islamic financial services become available to every single citizen in the country. I would like to sincerely thank you, Minister Shaheen, for being here with us today. I know it's a particularly busy time for you, and I know you're going to be kind enough to address us shortly, but I would like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the great work you do in raising awareness regarding Islamic finance through lectures, training, and of course through international conferences which you host here. We're delighted to have you here today as our guest of honour. I'd also like at the outset to give a very special welcome to Harith Harun, CEO of Maldives Islamic Bank, who's here today with some of his management team. Harith, you and your colleagues were the pioneers of Islamic banking in this country when you launched in 2011, and you've certainly done a fine job, and really what we look forward to doing is complementing your presence and together to adding further choice and availability to the people of this country. A key pillar in our business strategy in BML is financial inclusion, bringing banking to everyone, not just those living here in the capital. That's why we make 2,000 Doni banking visits a year, why we make 16,000 pension payments a year in the atolls. It's why we're at island number 65 in a program to deliver basic banking services to all inhabited islands. And today we reach out to every atoll, to every island, to every citizen as we launch Islamic banking services through our network of 26 branches, 64 ATMs, and 3,500 point-of-sale terminals. Now, Islamic banking, of course, is one of the fastest areas of growth in global banking today. The sector now holds, I think, something around $2 trillion US dollars in global assets, and it's growing at a rate of between 10 and 15% per annum. And in Maldives, a country, of course, with a wholly Muslim population and containing an inherent demand for Sharia-compliant banking, it's fitting, we believe, that BML, as the largest bank in the country, will now start to offer Islamic banking services. And by enabling our customers to bank with us without faith-based reservations, we'll be further enhancing choice, availability, and the financial inclusiveness of our bank. Now, I have one small request of you today, and that's please do not expect to see a full range of Islamic products and services from today. We'll introduce our services gradually on a phased basis, starting today with our very first product, our Wadia personal deposit account. We need, of course, to do things carefully, and very importantly, we need to gather up Sharia-compliant funding before we start to offer Islamic financing products. In short, we need to do things the right way. And speaking of doing things the right way, we have three key messages about everything we're doing in our Islamic banking operation. The first message is that our products and services are fully Sharia compliant. Our Sharia Advisory Committee, consisting of renowned international advisors and a reputable local scholar, Dr. Abdul Majid, who's here today, has provided valuable advice and guidance to us to make sure everything we do meets Sharia principles fully. Plus, we are, of course, subject to the oversight of MMA's Sharia Council, who regulate our operations, our product design, our conformance, and our performance. The second message is that there is complete segregation of funds. When you go into a BML branch this afternoon, you will not see separate counters for Islamic services. You will not see different staff dedicated to Islamic services. Our ATMs, our cards, our internet banking will service Islamic banking customers in the same way as other conventional customers. But what will happen is that our Islamic accounts will be completely segregated from our conventional accounts. We've made significant investments to upgrade our IT infrastructure, and our systems will maintain entirely separate ledgers to book Islamic products and funds. So our services are Sharia compliant. There's complete segregation of funds. The third message is that everything we do is based on the very best international standards for Islamic banking. Our Islamic banking management, Fatima, Firaz and their team, have been ensuring that our services will fully conform to international best practices and Sharia compliance standards such as AOFI, the accounting and auditing of Islamic financial institutions standard. So Sharia compliant, complete segregation of funds, international best practices, those are the three key messages. More good news I'd like to share is that Islamic banking will not be confined to personal customers, but will in time be available to businesses of all sizes. We'll offer products and financing for micro businesses, for SMEs, for corporates. We'll offer investment and project finance, syndicated finance, sukuk structuring, and in doing so, we'll certainly help to strengthen the business sector in this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by thanking you again for joining us on this big and this proud day for Bank of Maldives. Today represents an important day for the banking sector and for businesses in this country. But most of all, it's for the people of this country a day to celebrate the opportunity to bank a different way, in a Sharia compliant way. And given the scale of our bank, that opportunity will now be available to every citizen in this country, in every part of the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Bank of